everyone. This is story time. I'm the K-4, kindergarten to 4th grade group, but anyone can enjoy a story time. I am going to have two stories that are actually from the easy book section, because I think by doing it this way, virtual, sometimes having these storybooks that have all the pictures make it more interesting. So we're going to start today with books. Well, actually, the theme is sleeping, dreams, lullabies, nighttime, nightmares. I'll bring that all in together. And my first book that I wanted to share with you is very brief. It is an easy book, a picture book, but I just thought it was kind of cute. I have read picture books before to the after-school kids who are kindergarten to 4th grade, so I hope you can enjoy it. It's called Goodnight Giants by Hans Janich, and it's illustrated by Helga Bonch, and the publisher is Imagination Press. So here we go, Goodnight Giants. Actually, the story is kind of about, if you have trouble sleeping. And if you ever have trouble sleeping, people used to say, well, if you can't go to sleep, count sheep, and that'll help you fall asleep. So instead of that, this story is more about, how about you count giants? Who would think? So here we are with Goodnight Giants. When it's time to relax and get ready to sleep, my giants and I play hide and go seek. My giants are clever and try not to be found. Without leaving my room, I look all over town. I look near, I look far, I look up, I look down. I find all my giants, those 34 clowns. I find 34. Woo! 2 giants who walk on stilts. 3 giants who look through scopes. 4 giants in long johns. 5 giants with red roses. 6 giants under piano. 5 giants traveling by ship. 4 giants in the bathtub. 3 giants in the watering can. 2 giants under the blanket. When I go off to bed, I don't look for sheep, but instead I look for giants all over town. Finding the giants is a real easy task. And once I find all my giants, it's time to rest and relax. So I call all their names and they jump to my bed. They sing out sweet dreams and chant good night. All say it together, and that makes things all right. Here's a giant song. Wiggle out your energy to get ready to sleep. Put happy thoughts in your head and peace in your feet. Now take a deep breath and blow out the air. Float with its sound, but wait, you're not there. Do that again and again and again. A couple more times. Keep breathing and relaxing for each thought in your mind. So that is our story, Goodnight Giants. Now, if you noticed, didn't count all the way through. Counted up to about 6 and then counted backwards again. I found that was quite interesting. And I thought you might enjoy the illustrations. That's another reason why I wanted to share the story with you. So, think about that. Perhaps you can count your giants and take those deep breaths, help you to relax and to sleep. So this book is here at the library if you ever want to borrow it. Have mom or dad call or come in and see about getting Goodnight Giants. Now I have one other story. This one is a little switcheroo. This is called Time for Bed's Story. Usually, especially when you were younger, probably mom or dad or someone read a story to you when you went to bed. So it was, a story time in bed, bedtime stories. But in this case, it's time for Bed's Story. This is by Monica Arnold. Here we go. Takes me a minute sometimes because the new pages stick together. And it is published by Library and Archives Canada. Yeah. And I just wanted you to notice that bed is the one that this is about. And in the jacket front here, a brief synopsis of the story, a brief telling of what the story is. Hello? Bed here. Yes, Bed. Bed needs to talk to you. Bed has something to say. Bed wants you to listen. So it is time for Bed's story. As I said, please bear with me if it takes a minute turning a page. These new pages are sticking together. Hello. Bed here. Yes, Bed. Bed has something to say. Bed knows you do not like bedtime. Bed hears you say you are not sleepy and that you want 5 more minutes and that you need a drink of water. And Bed gets it. But look, you are not so great either. First, the kicking. Did you know you kick in your sleep? Because you do, and it is a lot. Then there's the drooling. It's wet and cold and it's stinky. Bed hears you say you brush your teeth, but Bed is not so sure. Also, you take all of Bed's blankets. Some nights, Bed gets hardly any sleep at all. In daytime, too, things for Bed are not ideal. Maybe sometimes you could try a quiet activity, like reading. No, not like that. Bed wonders if you notice the smell. Ugh. Bed cannot say for sure what is causing it, but Bed has some theories. What would be that smell? And can Bed ask about those stickers? Do there need to be so many? seems like bed is always finding strange things where they should not be. Worst of all was a tooth. Right there. But does bed complain? No, never. Not one time. But bed sees you are growing up. Bed thinks maybe now you can be reasoned with. So bed is asking you, next bedtime, could you possibly, please, try to think of bed's feelings also? No? Well, okay. Next time, maybe. So I'm glad I could share this story with you. I got a kick out of it. Who would ever think what a bed might be saying or doing? And how many of you actually do some of the things that bed talked about? Do you leave something under your bed that might be stinky? Like stinky shoes or food? Maybe you're not supposed to have food in your bedroom, but you have it and you hide it under your bed. Or perhaps you do put stickers all over your bed. And there's so many things in the story that you might do that you don't even realize because you're sleeping. So again, this may be a story that you get a kick out of and would like to read again, and it would be here at the library. So that's our stories for today. I did want to mention we have a lot of the theme stories here of sleep and lullabies and dreaming and things. Two of my favorites are The Man in the Moon by William Joyce. Yeah, The Man in the Moon. It's about the real fairy tale world, dark, mysterious, and stunning about the man in the moon. You ever heard that nursery rhyme? I'm trying to remember it. The man in the moon looked out of the moon and this is what he said. It's time for all good children to get something in bed. I don't know, I'm going to have to look that one up. It just came to my mind. So that's one of my favorites, and it has wonderful illustrations, and even though it is a storybook, a picture book, the illustrations are really, really, really interesting, fun, so any age could probably enjoy this book. There's also, by William Joyce, The Sandman. You may have heard stories and legends and tales about the Sandman that comes when you're sleeping and drops sand in your eyes, and that's why in the morning when you wake up there seems like sand in the corner of your eyes. Yeah. And this again is about like fairy tales and stories. It's mysterious and again wonderful illustrations that make this book really interesting. And then we have all different levels of books. Of course, the one that I just read, the two that I just read. You know, there's easy books, ER books, for those of you who are learning to read. And some of you, let's see, like to read or look at the graphic novel or comic book type books. And this one's called Noodlehead Nightmares. So it's by the same author and illustrator who does all the Fly Guy books. So if you like Fly Guy books, I'm sure you might like this story. You know, this is Mac, and they're noodleheads. And in this story, they don't like to make their bed. So you have to see what happens when Mom promises them something if they will make their bed. See what they try to do to get around doing that, and what happens at the end. Another ER book, Splat the Cat. This is an I Can Read book. Splat the Cat. He's excited about going camping, yeah, but he's not sure if he'll be able to get a good night's sleep. Splat is really excited until his mom tells him she's invited his rival, Spike, to come along on the camping trip. What might happen to make Splat the cat good night, sleep tight, and wonder about camping? And I know many of you enjoy Mo Willems. Of course, you have Elephant and Piggy. I Will Take a Nap. Another form of sleeping. Or Don't Let the Pigeons Stay Up Late. I bet some of you out there have already even read some of these Mo Willem books. And of course, last but not least, we have Dr. Seuss, The Sleep Book. This is one of Dr. Seuss's older books. Illustrations, as usual, are crazy. So I just wanted to share some of the types of books we have here about sleep, or napping, or nightmares, or dreams, anything to do with sleeping in the nighttime. And now that we're finished, I just wanted to show you, we have a take and make craft. All the things will be in the packet, and this is a nighttime modal with stars and shiny stars and a moon and whatever. So mom or dad could stop at the library to pick one up, or call and make arrangements to come and get one. But everything would be in the packet, and you would just put together how you think you might like to create and make your own mobile. So that's it for today. I'm so glad you tuned in for some stories, and I will be back again in 2 weeks to make some more stories on video, virtually for all of you. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.